Very long. Alrighty, so I'm going to present my screen. There's only 3 questions on our warm-up today, nice and quick. Okay, so our first one, you're going to solve for x. So what would x equal if you did the upside down t and you solved that equation? Number 2, you're going to use the distributive property, which is like the rainbow, so solving that down to one question or one answer. And then number 3 is some order of operations. Okay, so go for it. You working on that, please?
I'm done.
Okay, a couple more minutes.
Done.
Okay, cool. We're going to go about 2 more minutes, and then we will do our warm-up. Cool. Got a couple of you guys finishing up. We'll do about 1 more minute on this one.
I'm done.
Cool. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and go over these. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen and we will review these couple of problems. So can you guys see the board? Is it all good behind me? Yes, no, maybe so? We good?
Yeah, I can see the board. You
Perfect.
could probably change it a little. Could you move it to where I can, because I can't see number 1 that well.
Okay,
Just
so
attach it to the
this way?
right. Yeah.
Is that better?
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. So number 1 here, we have got 4 equals 2x. So we have our equation. It's a-okay that the 2x is on the other side than we're used to. That's totally fine. Doesn't matter. What operation is happening between the 2 and the x? As
You have to
you-
multiply it.
Good. These are being multiplied together. So what is the opposite of multiplying by 2?
Division.
Dividing.
Good. We got to divide by 2. And remember, it's an equation. It's got to stay balanced. So if I divide by 2 on this side, what do I have to do on this
You
side?
have to divide on the other side.
Also divide on the other side. And we know, because we've done this a lot, that these 2's will just cancel each other out. And we're left with x down here. What is 4 divided by 2?
2.
2. And then we can just drop down our equal sign. So we have 2 equals x, or you can flip the order around and just write that x equals 2. Both are the same. How'd you guys do on that one? Good?
Good. Got it.
Good.
Good. Awesome.
Miss Jones?
Yeah.
For some reason, it's not letting me see your screen. It's just showing that, like, the camera's off.
I have no idea what it would be. Maybe I do that and come back in. Okay. Number 2 here, we need to use the distributive property. Who remembers how to do that? What is the distributive property?
Multiply.
Good. So we're going to take the number on the outside.
I did PEMDAS on that.
Honestly, PEMDAS is
You
going to
did
give you the
PEMDAS?
same answer, so it's okay.
So it's the same answer on it?
It will be. When we do it, let's see if you get the same one, okay?
Okay.
So to do the what is called distributive property, you take the number on the outside, multiply it to the first number on the inside, and the second number. So what is 3 times 9?
27.
27. Keep your addition sign, and then what is 3 times 12?
36.
36. And what do we get when we add them together?
Oh, 63.
That's what I got.
63.
That's what I got.
Good. So either way would work, right? All right. Awesome.
Does it work always?
Yeah. The only reason that we don't
Wait,
do
what if it's like subtraction on it? Then it won't work, will it?
no, it should still work.
Oh, okay.
The only time it won't work is if we add variables to it. So we can't. That's why we talk about PEMDAS and distributive property. You can't use order of operations if there's variables. That's why. But that's more of a 7th and 8th grade type of thing. So we're just going to practice this stuff for now. Sound good?
Yes.
Good. All right.
Can I tell you what I got?
Did you get 63?
I got 63.
Good. Awesome. And then for number 3 here, this one we are going to use order of operations, PEMDAS. Are there any parentheses to work with?
Nope.
Nope. What about exponents?
Yes.
Yeah, we got a couple of them. So when I say 10 to the 3rd power, what does that mean I'm doing?
You have to
10
multiply
times
10 by
10
3.
times 10.
Good.
Wait,
That's probably the easiest one.
Yeah, so we need to do 10. Oops, that looks like a 6.
Because you could pretty much add on it too.
Well, I think we've got 10 times 10 times 10. So we need to do 10 times 10 times 10, and then we keep on subtracting. We also need to do 5 to the 3rd power. So what will that be?
you have to
It'll be
multiply 5 by 2
times
times.
5
or whatever.
times
5 times 5 times 5.
Oh,
Good.
I
So now,
got that one wrong.
did you do 5 times 3?
No, I did 5 times. So I got 5, 25, and then I did 3 times, which was 75.
Yep, make sure it's by a 5 again. So what is 10 times 10 times 10? What does that come out to?
200.
100 and or 1,000.
1,000, right? Because 10 times 10 is 100.
Yeah,
100
maybe it's that one up
is-
too. I got 30 on that.
Yeah, this one is 1,000. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. And then we need to subtract. What is 5 times 5?
25.
25. And then we need to do 25 times 5. What's 25 times 5?
125.
105.
125.
Oh,
So we are taking, I'm going to write this a little bit differently. We're going to do 1,000 minus 125. So when we do that, what do you get as your final answer here?
I got 15. I did 5 times 3.
Yeah. So if you did your exponents wrong and you did 5 times 3 and 10 times 3, you're going to have a different answer, right? So what is 1,000 minus 125?
900, 100 and, wait, no. 908,
800,
no, 75. 900,
875.
Yeah, you guys are on the right track, right? Favor 0. That's a 5.
oh yeah.
875 is your answer here.
Yeah, I got it right.
Good. All right. So there's our couple of warm-up problems. I think our assignment posted. Let's see. We have like kind of some practice stuff to do. So I'm going to share my screen.
It
And-
posted.
Good. So in Google Classroom, under Math, we should have a new assignment that's called Absolute Value and Distance. Okay. We're going to start on the Google Slides and just kind of talk through a couple of things. It's kind of similar to what we did yesterday with finding the distance between points and the absolute value. So we're just going to do a couple practice together, and then there's a little bit more review on this worksheet that we'll do a little bit of. So let's go ahead and open up those Google Slides first. Okay, so go ahead and take a minute, get those Google Slides opened. We probably won't type on these very much. I'd rather us type on the other one. So we're just going to kind of review this, do a couple of the problems on the PowerPoint together. But we're not going to type on this one. We're just going to have it open, okay? Alrighty. So on this one, I'm going to go ahead and present it so that it's a little bit bigger. We're going to just talk about basically what we did yesterday, right? Finding the distance between 2 points on a coordinate plane. So we're going to use those graphs that we've been using to find the distance and use the absolute values like we have been just for the past couple of days. Let me skip that and that and that. Okay, let's do some practice. Can we see what we have on here? The let's practice I do. All right, let's.
Yeah.
Cool. So number 1 says, what is the distance in units between points A and points B? So I'm going to write on the board behind me. You guys can see it if I do that, correct? Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to write on the board, but we're going to use the presentation to help us out. So first, we need to figure out what ordered pairs go with points A and B. So if we look for point A, It's down here on the bottom. What is the ordered pair for that? If we start at 0, 0, what's my coordinate point? Remember, you do your horizontal stuff first. So we're going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how many do I go down?
2.
Sorry.
-2.
Good. So our ordered pair for A would be positive 5 because we went to the right 5, and then -2 because we went down 2. So 5, -2. And then what would be my ordered pair for for B, point B?
Wait, which ones are we doing? D and A?
Yeah, A and B. So we just found the ordered pair for point A. What would the ordered pair be for point B?
Over 5.
It'd be
4.
If-
4.
B four is B
4.
5.
5.
Yeah, 5 to no, it'd be 4. 5 to 4 because X goes first and then Y goes next.
Good. So it would be 5, 4 because you do your sideways distance first. So we went to the right 5, which is a positive 5, and then we went up 4. So that gives us a positive 4. And like Alan was saying, your X's always go first in your ordered pair, and your Y's always go second. Now to find the distance, remember we need to look for the ones that are different. So are my X values different or my Y values?
The X values are different.
Are they? The X value is 5 and 5.
The
I
Y.
mean, they're the same. Those
Yeah,
ones are
so-
the same. I was thinking of the same.
So we need to look for the ones that are different. So that's our -2 and 4. And we're just going to cross out the 5s because we're not going to use them. They're the same. We don't need them. So we're going to use the opposite ones. What do I do with these two numbers now that I know that they're different?
You just add them.
Yeah, right. We got to take the absolute value first, though. Absolute value of -2 plus the absolute value of 4 equal. What is the absolute value of -2?
Positive.
Positive 2. Plus, what's the absolute value of positive 4?
4.
Also positive. So what is 2 plus 4?
6.
6. And then we would write units because we don't have like inches or anything like that. So we just write units. So the distance between points A and B, if we were to count up and down, would be 6 units. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? Number 2, ask you to write this part, the absolute value expression. So we actually already did number 2 while we were doing the process. So let's go ahead and look at number 3 and find the distance between point C and point D. Those ones are kind of far apart, right? So let's do point C and point D. Why don't you guys take a minute and figure out what the ordered pairs are for point C and point D. What's my XY values?
I'll be right back, Miss Jones.
Okay.
Wait, what letter?
C and D. So we're looking for what the order pair is for point C and what the order pair is for point D.
I got it.
Okay, let everybody do it for about 1 minute, see if they can get it, and then we'll talk about it.
I think I got it.
Okay. All right. Kaylin, was it you that said you think you have one?
Yeah.
All right. What did you get for point C?
A through 4.
8, 4. Good. So we go over 8 and up 4. Good. Charlie, you said you had the other one, right? Did you say you finished the other one, Charlie?
I got 3 done.
Okay. Well, what's the ordered pair for point D? If we look at point D.
10, 4. -10, 4.
Good. -10 up 4. Perfect. Okay. So now we have our ordered pairs. we need to look for the ones that are different. So are my x's different or my y's?
X.
X is different. So we're not using our 4, we're using 8 and -10. Okay. Who wants to tell me what I would write next? My absolute value sentence. How do I write that?
You have to
First,
put
you have to
the
change the
-10 to 10. Positive 10.
Okay. Yeah, you're on the right track. So absolute value of -10 plus absolute value of 8. Okay. And technically, this is our answer to number 4. It's asking us to write the equation we're solving. Now, let's see. Absolute value of -10 is what?
10.
Positive 10. Plus, what's the absolute value of 8?
8.
My positive 8.
Positive 8. And what is 10 plus 8?
18.
18 units. And there's our answer. We could count those. I don't really want to count 18 all the way across, but that's a really good way to check your answer, to count them all. Okay?
It takes a lot of work.
It's kind of a long line. I don't really want to count them all. All right. How are we doing so far? Is this making a little bit of sense, finding the distance between them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good, good. What about the rest of you guys that I haven't heard from so much? Maybe just say yes in the chat if you're good, or a no. Let me know. Doing okay?
Mm.
Good. Awesome, Misty. Good, good. Good. Awesome. Hearing from more of you guys. Good. Okay. So
I'm doing good.
awesome. What else do we got? Let's do. Okay, we did this one yesterday. Okay, let's look at this one. I want you guys to try one on your own here. Okay. We just kind of did. Okay. I want you guys to do number 1 on this one. What is the distance between point A and point B? So I want you guys to take maybe 3 or 4 minutes and try this one on your own. So try number 1. Distance between point A and point B.
Done.
Okay. Take about 3 minutes. If you count them, that's totally fine. If you use the absolute values, that's fine. But however you do it, we're going to go over both of them up here in just a minute. But take a minute. Try that one, please.
I'm doing the adding
Miss
That's
Jones,
fine.
I'm done.
instead of
Okay.
counting.
And so we're working on number 1.
Y-U-L-I. Your name's just right here. What? Y-U-L-I. Mine's L-I-L-I. What? They have it in the dictionary? No. Ooh. I have like 10 minutes.
What
About
happened?
1 more minute. Working
Something
on-
happened.
I don't know what happened.
It was like all big in like one corner of it.
I don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and go over this. First, we're going to do the absolute value way of solving this. So we need to figure out what our ordered pairs are first. So let's see, one person, maybe use the raise your hand feature. So one person. Okay, Dallin, what is point A?
You go to 2 and then 4 up.
Over 2, up 4. Okay. Maudie, did you get point B?
Uh-huh.
What'd you get?
It's over 2 down -2.
Perfect. That is also what I got. Awesome. All right, I'm gonna go back to my thing here. Okay. So we're over 2 4 for point A, and for point B, we're over 2 down 2. Now I need to look for the ones that are different. Are my X's different or the Y's?
The
X's
the
are
Y's.
same. The different ones are
The Y.
Good. The different ones are the Y's, our second number. So we're not going to use the positive 2's. We're going to look at the ones that are different. Okay. And then our absolute value sentence. Absolute value of 4 plus the absolute value of -2. What's the absolute value of 4?
4.
4. What's the absolute value of -2?
-2.
Huh?
2. 2.
Positive 2. Okay.
+2, I mean.
Yeah. And then what's 4 plus 2?
8.
6.
I mean 6.
I think you multiplied, but that's all right. 4 plus 2 is 6 units. Okay. How'd you guys do on that one? Pretty good?
Good.
good.
Good. Awesome. What's the other way that I could solve that without doing the absolute value stuff?
Counting the
Count it.
Count.
Count it. Yeah, we could just count instead. So it really depends on how far apart they are. That's how I decide to do it. Point A and point B are pretty close together. We probably could have just counted it. But something like point D all the way down to point E, I'd probably do the absolute values because I don't want to count, basically. So it depends on how it is. But I think,
I'd rather count than do the math.
yeah, honestly, both of them work. But what we're going to do on this next part, so like I said, we're not going to write on our Google Slides. We're actually going to be done with the Google Slides. So you can close out of this one. And then on that same assignment, we have this Google document, right? So we're going to open up the Google Doc. Mine's taking a while to load. Whoa, where
Do
are
you
all my-
always have to add?
Yes, you always add in between. Where are all my points? Oh, they're there. Oh, okay. I don't know why they're not showing up if you're not in the thing. Did these show up for you guys?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mine are there.
Yeah.
Okay, so hopefully they're there for you. I don't know why they didn't show up for me. But what we're going to do is use these ordered pairs to answer the questions. So this time, we don't have a graph to count on these ones, right? So this time we have to use our absolute values. That's why we learned both ways, because on your tests on Friday, you're going to have to do it both ways. There's going to be graphs on some of your questions, and then it's just going to give you the ordered pairs on the other ones. So you want to make sure you can do both ways, okay?
What's the test for?
For this standard.
Okay.
Yep. But the test on Friday is basically finding the distance between the 2 points. So what we've been doing for the past couple of days. Okay. So the directions say, it says, use the ordered pairs above to answer questions 1 through 10. First, visualize where the 2 points will be and then write the absolute value equation to help you calculate the distance between the 2 points. You don't have to draw a graph if you don't want to. I'm not going to require that. But we're going to do one together, maybe 2, and then I want to have you guys work on a couple on your own. Okay? So essentially, we're just finding the distance. So number 1 here says calculate the distance between point E and point G. So I'm going to write on the board behind me and do this one and show you guys how to write it on your Google Doc so that I know what you did. And then I'll let you guys work on a couple. So this is number 1 still.
Wait, can we just like put the number in? Because I already did number 1. Or do we have to put units apart?
You want to put units at least. Okay.
So I can just do that and then just go through them like that?
Probably.
Okay.
So let's look at we're finding the distance between E and G. So if you look at your chart up at the top, what is the ordered pair for point E? What is point E?
-1 and 1.
Good. -1, 1. So we have -1, 1. And what about point G?
5 and 1.
5 and 1. Good. So we have our two ordered pairs. I like to write them on top of each other. It makes it easier for me to look at them and see which ones are the same. So if I look at my ordered pairs, are my X values the same or my Y's?
Your Y's.
The Y's are the same, so we're not going to use them. Cross them off. That means we're going to add together absolute value of -1 and the absolute value of 5. So absolute value of -1 plus absolute value of 5. What is absolute value of -1?
1.
Just a positive 1. Plus, what's the absolute value of 5?
5.
5. And what is 1 plus 5?
6.
6 units. Good. So basically, you're going to do that one over and over and over again. And what I would like to see when you type out your answers, you can kind of get rid of some of these lines if you want to. They don't need to be there. When you write your answer, all I need to see is your addition sentence. So we did 1 plus 5, oops, not plus 6, equals 6 units.
So I can't just put like 6 units or do
No, I'd like to see what you did so that I know what you added together. Other than that, you don't need to figure out how to do absolute values. That's hard to write on these things. So all I need to see is just this right here. Okay. Do you guys want to do one more together before I let you work on the rest of them?
Yes.
Okay, we'll do one more together. So
I
number
put down
2.
the answer to all of them. Now I just need to put down the equation and units for all of them.
Okay, that's fine. So let's look at number 2 together here. Number 2. We're going to find the distance between J and K. Okay, so who wants to tell me what the order pair is for J?
-4 and 5.
-4, 5. Good. And what about K?
1 and 5.
1, 5. Perfect. Okay. And then we can see that our 5s are the same on this one. So we're not going to use it. We're going to use our -4 and our 1. So we have the absolute value of -4 plus the absolute value of 1. What is the absolute value of -4?
4.
Positive 4 plus what's the absolute value of 1?
1.
1. And 4 plus 1 is
5.
5 units. Okay? So what we're going to write on that line is going to be, we have 4 plus 1 equals 5 units. So that's what I need to see for the next ones. So you have 3 through 10 to finish up, and it's only 10:36. So you guys have plenty of time to work on these 8 problems. I'm going to leave the Google Meet open. I would like you guys to be working on this, and when you're done, you guys can head out. So your goal is to finish this little worksheet, and when you're done, you can leave, okay?